Hello everybody, Jordan Gasly here. Welcome back to the Gasly Toy Crypt, and I have another Transformers upgrade kit. So you know what that means. We're going to crack this open, we're going to install it, and do some action figure surgery. A few weeks ago, I received this Scorponok upgrade kit from DNA Designs. This is the DK23. This is one of 3 upgrade kits for the Scorponok, and this one specifically gives you some longer or taller legs. So as much as I like the figure as it is already, he is a little bit shorter compared to the Fortress Maximus, and they are supposed to stand eye to eye. So what this one does is it will go ahead and give that extra height in the thigh region and the shin and calf region to Scorponok. So this is going to be an interesting one, mainly because Scorponok right here is a big boy, and I don't really have a lot of room on this desk to give you a full shot of everything that I'm doing. So we're gonna figure this out together, much like all the stuff we do on this channel. So let me go ahead and get this area prepped and find a good camera angle, and we'll go ahead and get started. And first things first, let's go ahead and take a look at the box, and then we'll see what's inside the box. Also, if you're curious where I got this off of Big Bad Toy Store. That's not a paid promotion. I don't have a partnership with Big Bad Toy Store. But if anybody at Big Bad Toy Store is watching, slide into those DMs. So let's go ahead and take a look at the box. See, we've got DNA Designs up in the corner. We've got what's inside the box there. DK23, War for Cybertron, E25, so that's the Scorponok upgrade kit. We've got, that's what the spine looks like. That's what the back looks like. And the other spine. So let's go ahead and crack this guy open. Okay. Box off to the side. We've got some clips and screws and some gap fillers, so these will be very important. We've got our instructions right there, right there. And the pieces, let's see, are we on 2 trays? Nope, just 1 tray. So we have the upper thigh right there, and then the lower shin and calf area right here. Let's get started. All right, step 1, we got to go ahead and turn the thigh this way, and we have to remove these 3 screws. I have like these little white dishes that I put off to the side just to keep them organized. I don't think we will need to reuse the screws that came factory with the figure, because DNA gave us this this pack of all the new screws, which is what the instructions used to say. So that is what I'm going for, but I will hold on to these just in case. You never know. So let's go ahead and remove these screws. All right, so I've taken this piece off, and we're going to move Scorponok over to the side here and just get him out of the way. And we're going to go ahead and slide this piece off. We'll go ahead and put the leg off to the side. We are going to keep, not on the camera, we're going to keep all of these 3 pieces. And what I'll do is put them in one of these bowls over here. Come on. Come on. There we go. Nope. Aha. All right. So that's those pieces right there. Move those pieces off to the side, and we're going to bring this guy back, and we're going to want to take those 3 screws out right here. We'll go ahead and separate this piece however it separates. Oh, there we go. There we go. And this is what the leg should look like when you open it up. We can go ahead and remove this piece. We're going to want to keep this. And we can remove this piece right here. Come on. There we go. And we want to remove this little purple flap right here. We will put that off to the side. This is the part in which we're replacing, so we can place that over here. And then, once again, right here, we want to save this little guy. And then we can put this guy off to the side. Real quick before I start installing everything, here is the factory stock piece that came with Scorponok, and here is the upgrade kit piece. So you can see how much larger it is. It's definitely going to add quite a bit of height to our boy Scorponok here. And I just wanted to give you a look-see before I get everything sewn back up. Sewn? Sure, I'm rolling with it. Moving right along, so our new piece right here, we're going to separate the new piece, and this piece right here will come right out. Let me go ahead and flip that over. And what we are going to do is we're going to take our initial piece, or our older piece for his foot right here, and this just kind of slots right on there. So that will be the gap filler for the extra height that we have going on. And let's see, so we'll go ahead and we'll take this, and these posts will plug into these sockets right here. This post will pass through here and connect to the other side. So let's go ahead and see if I can do that. And then this fits right over there. Can I do it without this piece coming off? Come on. Close. Close. There we go. Ooh, that fits nice and snug. Okay, so now we have to bring in some of our previous pieces that we saved from the other leg here. And we are going to go ahead and reinstall our ratchet joint. And make sure, if I can get a close-up here, you see that the ratchet has a thicker point right here than it does right there. This part needs to be pointing up. So let's go ahead and put that in right here. I'm trying to look through the camera while I'm doing this. That's not a smart move, Jordan. Then we're going to want to take our knee joints. There we go. And then we can just close them back up. So we'll go ahead, fit this part over here. That part can go right there. And I'm going to go ahead and put the new screws in. Before we go ahead and get the screws put back in right here, I did want to show you the difference of the screws. The silver one is the factory screw that came with Scorponok, and the black one is the one that came with the upgrade kit. It's the same size screw, it's just a different color. So what you can do with the factory screws is put them back into the leg that we took out and just store it somewhere. That way you'll have them, but I'm going to go ahead and use the screws that came with the upgrade kit for this. And as I'm doing this, I just want to note that all of the screws for the lower part of the leg and the upper part of the leg, they're all the same size. So you don't have to separate them by sections of the leg if you're separating them. They are all the same size screw for both parts. All right, that is going to do it for the bottom part of this leg. Man, those ratchets really are tight, aren't they? All right, let's work on the thigh part. I lied. We're going to do one more thing with this real quick. That purple flap that I took off the other leg, it's just going to go right here. If I can do this while I am standing over the camera. There we go. So that way it comes right there, pegs right in there. And let's see, what did I do with this? I took this off a second ago, so we'll go ahead and reinstall this. Come on, peg in. There we go. And that is our new lower leg. Moving on to the thigh for real this time. And once again, this is the stock thigh, and this is the upgrade kit thigh. So you can see the definite size difference here. Let's go ahead, break this open. This is where we're going to have to use some of those gasket fillers for the ratchet joints in here. So let's do that. Here we go. We are going to break that open just like that. And the first thing we're going to reinstall is going to be the connector piece that goes right at the top of the knee. Let's go ahead and put that in there. That is a tight fit. There we go. That should be good. We'll find out. I'm sure it'll be fine once everything closes up. And then we are going to want to replace the two ratchet joints right there. And we are going to put those gasket fillers in there. So here is one of the ratchet joints here. And it is recommended that you take two of these gasket fillers. I'll put that right there. They're just these two little soft foam bricks right here, and you just put them one right on top of the other, and you squeeze them in here, so that way it'll give you some extra resistance, and your joints, your ratchet joints, will be a little bit tighter. It doesn't need, you don't need to put those in there. The instructions recommend that you do it just in case your ratchets are, I don't know, maybe a little bit looser than they should be. But I'm going to go ahead and put them in there. And if you hear meowing in the background, that is one of my kittens. I mean, I say kitten, she's 2. She just can't get in here while I'm messing around, and she hears me talking. Anyway, I digress. So we're going to put that with the spike, the ratchet facing forward, because that ratchet is going to catch these right here. And we're going to go ahead and put another 2 gaskets in the other ratchet joint right here. And they fit snug. You can kind of see on the inside, there's like some plastic molded on the inside there, so that kind of holds it in place and gives it like a good resistance. So we'll go ahead, sandwich that in there, and we will go ahead and replace that right there. And then the only thing that we got to do is close it all up. We're going to bring in our leg right here. And then we are going to let's go ahead and do this. Let's give us some clearance. So we'll go ahead and get out of here. Please hold. There we go. So we will go ahead and put that part right here. Come on, fit. And then all that's left to do is just sandwich this and get it all lined up. And there you go. Let's go ahead and get those screws put in. All right, now that we've got everything closed back up, let's go ahead. Oh, there we go. And show you the size difference of the 2 legs and thighs. That is significantly taller. So what we're going to do is we are going to do to this one what we did with this one. And since you've already seen the process for this one, I'm not going to bore you. So, all right, now you can see we have both of the thigh pieces and the shin and calf pieces. Listen, I have to give a caveat emptor, buyer beware. So I had some issues with the 2 thigh pieces. So when I would put them back on and I would replace the ratchet joints, I would put the screws back in. For some reason, the top screws where the ratchet needs to meet the socket over here just was not connecting all the way. So whenever I would turn the thigh this way, it would separate, or the 2 pieces, I'm sorry, the 2 pieces would separate and the ratchet would not catch. So I had to really get in there with this this screwdriver right here, and really make sure that all of the sockets for the screws were lining up, because now you've got some stiff ratchet joints here. On this one, it was the top screw right here, so this kept separating right here, and on this one, it was the bottom screw right here, so the back piece would separate. But now that all of that is out of the way, let's stand this bad boy up and see what he looks like with his new pants. And there we have the upgrade kit installed on Scorponok. I don't know if you can see, let me see if I can zoom in here. Right there on the shin, there's a little separation right here, and that's caused because the two sockets that meet where the screw kind of just pushes them together, they're slightly off center, and that's the best I can get it. I've messed around with it for probably like 20 or 30 minutes. The ratchet is still very tight, so, and I'm not going to transform him anytime soon, so he's just going to stand there. Maybe if it annoys me in about a week or so, I might go back in there and try to fix it up a little bit better. But, you know, just know that that is a thing if you decide to go ahead and get this upgrade kit from DNA Design Studios. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. You can kind of see all the mess that I have behind my workstation here, because I want to do a real quick size comparison. So this is Scorponok as he is with the upgrade kit. I'm going to move him right there. And let's see if we can bring the other big boy in here. Mr. Fortress Maximus himself. Can I fit both of them on the same screen? We shall see. Now this Fortress Maximus has all of the upgrade kits. He's holding his gun in his hand, his pew pew right there in his hand. But as you can see, it gives them the correct height. So if you have the Ultra Magnus with the upgrade kits, he was pretty tall as it is. These don't add a lot of height to him. So we have effectively brought Scorponok from about right here to right here. And I think it's a good kit. I do want to get the other two kits. I was slow on picking those up, so I'm waiting for them to be reissued. But this is what this kit looks like next to size comparison, next to old Titans Return Fortress Maximus that just got a reissue. Hey, Hasbro, where's my Metroplex reissue? Give me that. Please. Pretty please. Okay. And that is the upgrade kit installed. I will say I've had a few minutes to mess around with it, and aside from this annoying little gap that I've got going on right here, again, I'm probably going to fix this in post. It's going to bother me. Something that I have noticed is because he is taller in this area right here, it does make him slightly more top heavy. So there was probably a smart move on Hasbro's part to have the shorter legs. I mean, he was in proportion anyway. He still looks good like this. I feel like either way, the bot looks good. So just be careful if you decide to put him on a top shelf somewhere or a top of a display case. What you really want to do is give him that A pose, that A-frame pose, so that way he has just a little bit more stability. And you might want to give him one of these numbers here where he's got some support and you're kind of distributing that weight just a bit better. So give him one of those jams and he should be good. If you stand him up straight, he'll fall backwards or he'll fall forwards. So that is the Scorponok upgrade kit. I like it, again, with the exception of this annoying bit, but that's probably more user error than it is manufacturer defect, or it could be a manufacturer defect. I don't know. If you have this kit, was that a problem for you? If it was a problem for you, leave me a comment down below just so I can kind of get an idea of if it was a common issue. I would appreciate it. Thank you. So anyway, that is going to do it. The toy hunt videos will return fairly soon. I've just been incredibly busy since I got back from Dragon Con. I did not film at Dragon Con just because I was too busy. I had panels I was doing. They all turned out great. So if you're watching this and you just so happen to be one of the people that showed up to my panels, thank you so much. That really meant the world to me. You know, in another life, I was a paranormal investigator, and I just really like to talk about ghost stories, whether or not they're real ghost stories or urban legends or real ghost stories. I think ghost stories are just fascinating all around. M.R. James is one of my favorite ghost story authors from the 1800s. But thank you so much if you came to one of my panels. This has nothing to do with Transformers, by the way. Slightly related, I did do a panel on haunted toys. So that's what one of my talks was on. But as far as the kit goes, it looks great. I think it's good. Like I said, the toy hunt videos will return. I was just busy. I'm repeating myself, so we're just gonna go ahead and end the video right now. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. You could have used your time to watch any video on YouTube, but you chose to use your time to watch this one, and it means the world to me. So thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. See you real soon. Stay spooky.